Let's play! Whoa! Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. You all may call me Pharaoh, and welcome back to Let's Play Professor Layton and the Last Specter. Last time we left off, Emmy finished off her, archive retrieval from London, and we all met back here in the library at Misthallery to kind of go over all the facts, or supposed all the facts, of what happened to Evan Bard the day he was, he passed away. And there's still a lot of weird things, like the only eyewitness was Clark, and it just, they can't tell if it was an accident, was it a suicide, so we need to meet with the police chief, which I believe is like Chief Jakes. But before we do so, we were still kind of going around the town doing various things, and that includes going back here with this guy, because he has a puzzle. I'm a little bit afraid of him, considering the puzzle we got from him initially was all the one about just straight up math, and I really sucked at it. And even the last video, I had like those puzzles regarding like getting the final turn or avoiding the final turn. I had so much trouble, but then when I was editing it, I'm like, well, that makes a lot more sense. Granted, obviously I knew the solution afterwards, but it's like, man, it is what it is. The days have gone by so quickly since the factory shut down. I wonder if I took my time there for granted. It was hard work, but I miss it now. A man has to feel like he's working. Otherwise he starts thinking a lot of strange things. At least at the end of the day, I felt like I accomplished something. Well, I'm sure you came here to listen to an old man's gripes. You like puzzles? That was a stupid question. Of course I do. How the bells toll. Sounds ominous. Alright, below are 3 bells, each of which has 1 red and 1 blue hammer attached. Beneath each bell is a counter, and each one is rigged such that its count will increase according to certain rules whenever the bell above it is struck. The counters already reached the numbers shown below. Can you figure out how to use the red and blue hammers to ring the bells to make all 3 counters display the same number? Okay, so touch the red and blue hammer to ring the bell. Number below each bell will increase every time you ring the bell. Is there like a number it goes up to? No, I don't think it does. So let's try this. So the red one, we got 8 to 11, 11 to 14, 17, 20, I'm assuming 23, 26. So red goes up by 3. Blue seems to go up by 4. So I gotta think of a number that they all can reach. For example, like we got 12 here. I think I can get 24 from the bottom here, and then I can do this. And then I can just do this. Alright, that was really easy.
This is right.
Alright. Like, it's just simply when you know the
I
increments of each bell, or each hammer, then that was good. Now, I have no idea if there's a smaller number. I'm sure there is, but I stuck on 24. Ding, ding, ding. Each time you strike a bell with a red hammer, counter goes up by 3. If you strike the bell with a blue hammer, counter goes up by 4. That's, they went by 16. Which, cool, but there we are. I think we're even now. I should be going home to attend to my flowers and goldfish. With the time off, I've grown a new appreciation for nature. Flowers, especially. I guess that's nice to hear. Now, Bucky, do you have a new thing opened, or... Hello again, Bucky. Fancy seeing you here. Yeah, pal, Bucky's a man about town, coming and going in these fabulous, fantastic boats. Trying to get a boat down one of these narrow canals would be impossible, Bucky. The word impossible is not in Bucky's dictionary, and it shouldn't be in yours either. If you want to ride, Bucky has some great boats here. Also, it is a new one, I guess. Isn't it? Now I don't know. Maybe not. Either way, we're gonna go to the first tier, or first pier, I should say, because we actually want to go back to Luke's house. I feel like it's been a teeny while since we've been there, but we go there. We're gonna find a puzzle with the maid, apparently. There she is. Excuse me. Sometimes I hear strange noises coming from the cellar, even when it's empty. Dolan says it's probably just the wind in the floorboards. Sometimes I think I must be going mad. Maybe it's the old squire's ghost. You mean Evan Bard? Yes, he experienced a mysterious death, if I may say so, Professor. He owned most of the land in town and raised everyone's rent. Oh, okay. Did they mention that before? Like he raised everyone's rent? No wonder they hated him. Doesn't mean they should be talking crap about him after he died in earshot of his children. On top of that, the only person he would speak to was Mr. Triton. I was dismissed from his household. Lucky for me, they took me here. Mr. Bard's death is strange. I see. Is there a reason why he would haunt this house? No! There's no reason at all why he would haunt Mr. Triton's house. Not as far as I know, anyway. Luke doesn't believe that, apparently. Oh, don't mind my babbling, Luke. Here, I have a puzzle for you. We're only talking about ghosts. Here's a puzzle. Lucky tablecloth, 60. Alright, your lucky tablecloth is damaged and you want to salvage it. You must start by cutting off the shaded area. Okay. Next, you must make 2 straight cuts along the dotted lines and end up with 3 pieces. Sewing these pieces together will give you a smaller square tablecloth with 5 complete 4-leaf clovers. Complete 4-leaf clovers. Draw 2 lines in a cloth to show where you should make your cuts. So, the big thing here is that it needs to be 5 complete clovers. So obviously, things where we see like this or any of these, they need to probably match up with things like on this side or that side, you know? Now how to do so, on the other hand, is gonna be a little tricky because this is odd. I don't feel like I want to cut in anything that's gonna literally cut a any of the clovers. And the only one that would kind of allow me to maybe, well, see, no, right here too. I don't want to do that. Like the only one, like a straight line where I won't cut anything is this. Now, I don't know where else to make another one. Because like I said, I'm gonna, like if I do anything else, I'm gonna cut into any other clover. Oh wait, I can make a partial straight line. Because I have all of this I can do. Says, I want to salvage it. You must start by cutting off the shaded area. So, like, do we just assume that's just gone? Meaning, actually, when I think about it, that means that a couple of those clovers are going to be cut. Shoot. But I still think I don't know. I still think even after that cut, we're gonna have pieces that are going to match up. Now, on the bottom, like, I'm thinking maybe this one here can take these 3 clovers, if that one's going to be gone, right here. Maybe I'll line this one with something else here, but I don't know where the others are going to go. Like I said, I'm just iffy about cutting into a clover. Period. Because I think it's just going to make things a lot worse for us. Let's go with this. But I hope, if this is right, I want the game to please visualize it for me. It is.
That was it.
But let's see if I was on the right track regarding, like, not cutting into a clover. It was cut as shown above. It's a bit smaller, especially with the five four-leaf clovers. And since you salvaged it instead of throwing it out, I guess it's a lucky tablecloth after all. Huh. I mean, there's the top left clover is the one I was thinking about, like where you take a shade, the shaded part removes one of it, and then you take the, yeah, they took the bottom right piece and added onto it, and then the two bottom ones there went into the ones on the left-hand side. I think that's how it went. Okay, well, that one was more so a shot of the dark because of my logic of, like, not cutting into the already existing clovers there, but alright. I'm not one to gossip, but it is a bit strange how Mr. Bard left all of his land to Mr. Triton. They were simply acquaintances. And the way Mr. Triton has changed since Mrs. Triton left. Yeah, there's something definitely fishy going on here. And maybe it is like something like a spiritual, weird thing going on. Maybe not, because, you know, we try thinking logically. Keyword is try. But you never know anymore of the series. You really don't. Anyway, we're actually going to go back to here, in front of the market, and talk to Aunt Taffy, because she has a puzzle. Ugh, I refuse to be bested in such matters. You seem to be in a spot of trouble. May I be of assistance? Crap. Hold on real quick, guys. Sorry, I'm checking out something. Sorry. I got a text message about, like, an appointment. I'm like, oh, I was like, no, I'm all good. I prepared some candy for a little boy, but I got all mixed up with my numbers and jars. Oh, that's not good. Sweet sums. Oh, this is gonna be stupid, I'm sure. My children have been very kind to each other lately, so I decided to give them some candy as a reward. I have 4 jars of candy, A, B, C, and D. The combined number of candies in jars A and B is equal to twice the number in jar C. The combined number of candies in jars B and D equals twice the number in jar A. Oh god, if you take 3 candies from jar D and put them in jar A will contain twice the number in jar B. Which jar contains 6 pieces of candy? I don't know. Jesus. Okay. So, A and B together equals twice of C. B and D equals twice of A. But then if we take 3 pieces away from D and put it into A, that gives us twice of B. And they want 6 pieces of candy. So, I guess the way we can try going about this is, like, we assume what each one should, not each one should have, but at least we can make the assumption, anyway, that we have, let's use the 6 pieces of candy, right? So, let's just start with A, like 6 plus something equals twice of whatever C is. So that's not super helpful, but let's just say then, all together, that's 12. If we assume that's 6. And obviously that can be like, I don't know, like a good number of numbers. 8 and 4, 10 and 2, something. But then, if we take 3 pieces away from D and put in A, I mean, that would be 9. And that's twice of B? And it can't be like what we gotta keep in mind is how it's going to be an even or odd number as well. And what I mean by that is, like, like, let's say we go with 9 here, but let's say maybe it had 5 in there, and now we have 2. That's 11. But if that's twice of B, that we're gonna be stuck with a half. So now I'm trying to work out how we can assume A is the thing here, but I don't know if that's really gonna help here. Even if we switch that to B, I don't know. Like, if I assume, like, okay, maybe A and B, you know, twice of C, maybe it's 10. That means that this has to be 4. That's 8. No, that's definitely not gonna work. It is odd that C is the one that has the least amount of jars being represented, I guess. But if we assume those are 6 pieces of candy each, so something like that is going to equal 12. Once again, we can have a wide variety here, like, I guess we can do 8 and 4. And 8 and 8, that's, what, 16? 4 and what is that going to be? 12? Now, see, this might be helpful because, like, D probably needs to be a bigger number simply because if I designate A to be a larger number. But now we do 9 and 8. Now, see, that's going to give me 17. Ugh. No. We're adding. It's 9, 11. That gives us 20. Making B's 10? That's... Okay, that probably isn't the case then. I don't know. I may need to look up a hint here because I'm... I'm not sure if there's like math or something, but... Alright, let me look at a hint, unfortunately, but let's see. Okay, so they're actually straight up giving us equations here. They're like, here's the puzzle in equations. You know, A plus B equals 2... I'm just drawing all stupid. A and B is 2C. B and D, dear God, is 2A. And then A plus 3 is... I was like, what the hell? I thought it was 28. 2B, now we're playing near. And then D is apparently greater than or equal to 3. D is greater than or equal to 3. Which makes sense because we know that it has at least 3 in there because we're taking 3 pieces out at the very least. I have the equation to the side here so I can just focus on this. A plus B is 2C. B and D is 2A. A and 3 is 2B. A plus 3 is 2B. D is greater than or equal to 3. I don't know. Like, I'm still kind of going at the whole idea of, like, them equaling something that must be, I guess, even Because once again, like if it's 2 times something, like if we divide it, we're gonna have an odd number, and we can't have that. And right now I'm trying to figure out how that can be done, because I think when I tried doing it with A and B, I think I was getting like a number that just could not be divisible properly. So, all right, let me see if I can keep working on this. Okay, I tried my best off screen to see if I can maybe work this out a little bit more, but I just wasn't feeling confident once again. And this is gonna kick me in the ass because so I did look up the solution. And I was kind of on the ball there regarding the whole thing about the number having to be even, because like you really can have 2 of something and divide it, and it's not going to come up to a whole number. So apparently the only way it's actually going to work is if C was the one that had 6 pieces of candy each.
To be sure.
So I'm hoping that they actually
I love the thrill of a good solution.
They kind of go into detail why that is the case here. So even and even equals even, odd and odd will equal even, and then odd plus even is odd. So you know that A plus 3 is 2B. Now, as 2B must be even and 3 is odd, A must also be odd. Similarly, A odd plus B equals 2C even, so B is odd. B plus, which is odd, plus D equals 2A even, so D is odd. The jar you're looking for contains an even number of sweets. As C is the only remaining possibility, it must be the answer by default. Okay. Yeah, see, I mean, it's easy, obviously, after I explain it to you, but call it stress under recording or just being an idiot, like I can be a lot. It is what it is.
While you're taking your sweet time, my candy's melting. I can't sell these. I'll have to start all over again.
Even a little melted, the taste should stay the same, shouldn't it? It seems a shame to waste them.
What would you know about candy? I can't sell these now. It goes against everything I believe in.
Oh, but it looks so delicious. Well, give it a look then. He's a kid. Well, that's that. Let's actually go into the market this time, because we're gonna go up to Nabby, because he has a puzzle for us.
We were poor. Papa had to leave town to find work digging holes. He said he'd come home soon, but not even a letter. He's forgotten all about us. When he was still around, we'd go out for a family night all the time. I miss that. Speaking of families, I got a real cracker of a puzzle for you.
Okay. Family ties. Hey, it's another one of the raft ones. A couple and their 3 children need to cross the river by raft. The raft can hold up to 2 people, 1 person to row and a passenger. Rowing is hard work, however. Both adults can row across twice, but they need to stop for a rest between the 2 trips. The children can only row across the river 1 time. Can you help get everyone in the family to the other side? Well, okay, well, we need at least that. Now, the kid can't do it. No, can they? Oh, well, there's the number. Never mind. So, I didn't even realize what the hell number was for. Okay, so... Why... Wait, why can't they do this? They can row across twice. You only rowed it once. Am I confused about something here? Well, they got stuff for us between the 2 trips. Oh, okay. Well, he... I don't have any moves left. What, they don't regenerate their moves? So now you have to rest. So I guess the kid has to go back. No, hold on. No, they have to rest in between. So does it matter which one I click on when it says 1 or 2? Maybe it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Oh. No, I mean, it does matter, I should say. Okay, no, that kind of helps a lot now. So you go. Now you have to rest. You go there. Now you go back. You go. You come back. And now both of us can row. Oh, that is a lot simpler than... Okay. I got really confused there for a second.
Creative thinking.
I don't know why I made the assumption...
A gentleman leaves no puzzle undone.
I made the assumption that if I clicked on go, period, like they both somehow used up a turn. That doesn't make any damn sense. Once I figured it out, thank God it was quickly, I'm like, oh, never mind. This is a lot easier than I thought. In addition to the solution shown here, there's an alternate method in which neither parent even rides on the raft of a child. If you haven't solved it that way yet, it may be a fun extra challenge for you. No, that's okay. Alright. My family was just me, Papa, and Mama. Small family. When Papa left, the house grew quiet. Quiet, still, and lonely. I wish I could see the old man once more. I understand, Abby. Alright, now we're actually gonna go down here to see that nerd guy. Here he is. Because he has a puzzle. Once again, today I find myself here away from my family. I just can't stop coming here. Even the displays. I mean, did you notice that they're all handmade? I wonder if they're for sale. It must have taken hours for work to make them. Alright, paint the plinth? What the hell's a plinth? My uncultured ass doesn't understand that, apparently. Excuse me. You must paint several cubes that will form a base platform when put together. All cubes are the same size. You have to paint them all at once, and you can only paint the visible sides of the base. For example, if you painted a base made of 2 cubes, you would only paint the 4 sides of each cube. Well, would you? Because wouldn't at least one side be kind of covered up, or... If you wanted to make a base made up of cubes, paint on 1 side, 2 sides, 3 sides, 4 sides, what is the lowest number of cubes you would need? You can place cubes on top of each other. I still don't know how many cubes you want, though. All cubes are the same size, you have to paint them all at once, and you can only paint the visible sides of the base. If you wanted a base made up of 2 cubes, you would only paint 4 sides of each cube. Which I'm a little confused why you would even do that, because say you have 2 cubes right here. Obviously, this is not going to be visible if they're touching, so you would only paint those 3 sides. Am I missing? I must be missing something there, but that's how I'm understanding it. But obviously the text says different there. If you want to make a base made up of cubes painted on 1 side, 2 sides, 3 sides, 4 sides. No, it has to be made up of 1 side, 2 sides, 3 sides, and 4 sides. What would the lowest number of cubes you would need be? You can place cubes on top of each other as well. And you know what I just realized? Damn it, I just removed it. But yeah, this is not going to be shown. What I think I wasn't getting was like this. The top of it is still technically a side. It needs to get painted. So that's what they mean. Okay, so I gotta make a base. On one side, So here's what I'm thinking. This is the only side that's painted. That means that there has to be another cube at least here and here and on top of it. That's what I'm thinking. And the one that only has two sides. The one that only has two. Well, we could put another one like on top of something here. And then maybe a cube blocking this side. So now technically there's just two sides there. And the one that has three sides. We can keep the one on the left with a block on top of it. But then one that has four sides. Can't I just use one of the blocks that I stack on top of the other one? Because that way... Ooh. But four sides, though. That would technically have five. How many cubes do I have right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well... Wouldn't this cube be the one that has four sides? Because I have this painted, that painted, that painted, and then this. That's four sides. Yeah, so... Do I have the solution now? What is the lowest number of cubes you would need if I wanted a base that had one side, two sides, three sides, four? We have the one side on the bottom middle. We have the two side on the bottom right. We have the three side on the left. And then the four side on the top right. And if I counted correctly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we need 7 cubes.
Some puzzles must be met directly.
Okay. Wow. How many pickets was that?
No puzzle
55?
is without an answer.
Okay. Oh, they definitely did theirs a little bit different than I did. You would need 7 cubes. You need at least 5 cubes just to get a single cube with only one side painted. In order to paint one of those 5 cubes on 2 sides, you need to add another 2 cubes. Once that basic configuration has been made, the rest of the cubes should follow. Now, is that the only way it can be done? Why wouldn't my way work either? I mean, it said a base. Yeah. It said it was a base that had make up the one that's 1, 2, 3, or 4 sides. And because I stacked it, I mean, mine worked, but it is what it is. If that auction doesn't start soon, I don't know what I'll do.
Sir, maybe you should just take today off and go home.
Well, that's a nice idea, but I don't think they're going to cancel the auction just because I went home. Oh, jeez. Okay. I guess I'll just leave you down here, and you just don't feel like going back to your family? Either way, we can go over here, because he has a puzzle for us. So many puzzles today.
There are a lot of things we come across in our rubbish collections that have real value, like iron filings or fillings, whatever, or wooden boards. You can just build something with those or make something. Of course, there's plenty of real trash in there too, but all of these are valuables.
Alright, what am I? Who needs batteries or silly old springs? I have no want for those kinds of things. My top is my bottom my top. If you knock me over, I surely will stop. Awake me from sleep with a soft touch. I'll never be late, at least not by much. Can you guess what I am? Well, what do we got here? We got a lantern. What the hell is that in the top right? Just a mason jar that has tomatoes in it? Or like a tomato sauce? It's like in a wooden box. I don't know. And the bottom left, we got a clock. The bottom middle, we have a pocket watch, I guess. Could be a stopwatch. And then bottom right, we have an hourglass. Who needs batteries or silly old springs? Well, that alone, I don't think it's going to be this, because that has to be run on something. Ugh, you can kind of say the same thing about the one on the bottom left, like the actual clock. It still needs to be powered somehow. Now here's where I'm a little bit confused. My top is my bottom. My bottom, my top. Well, that can't really be the lantern, because those are two different things. I mean, honestly, that alone makes it think it's just the hourglass. That makes sense. Now, if you knock me over, I will surely stop. I surely will stop. Once again, that still fits in with the hourglass. Because if you tip it over, it's not going to be pouring anymore. It's just going to be kind of still. Awake me from sleep with a soft touch. Now, see, that's what I'm a little iffy on. Awake me from sleep. But, like, what the hell? Like, I still don't understand what the hell this is supposed to be. It just looks like a damn mason jar of tomato sauce in it. So, just by order elimination, I'm going with the hourglass here.
This took some creative thinking. I love the thrill of a good solution.
That was easy. If objects could talk, an hourglass would be a poet or a comedian. It has great timing, after all. Yeah, that was still like a really odd one to be considered a puzzle, but okay. Oh, we got a new action placed. Socket puts a lot of rubbish items together so we can sell them like this. That might be said about all the items we sell on the black market, though. Sounds like fun to me. It's no joke, but this is how we earn our cash. Guess you don't get it, rich kid. I'm sorry. Alright. Now, with that new word we just got, we can actually complete the second puppet theater. Good morning, boss. Too much talking, not enough mopping. I'll be back. I gotta go see a dog about a man. Leave it to me. It will be so clean, it will look like I licked it myself. I blanked the floor of our trusty old mop. You blanked the floor? So you rub the floor. I hope the guy didn't lick it. Tuned up, breathed, welded, scrubbed. Scrub could be, I scrubbed the floor of my trusty old mop. Yeah, you scrub with that. That was quick. The boss returned with a large box. We got our new shipment in. These are going to fly off the shelves. I can feel it in my bones. Put these out someplace where everyone can see them, he barked. You got it, boss. Honestly, I thought the boss was wrong. Nobody wanted these, but I blinked them as he asked. I would assume you placed them. Boo! Boo you! Really? I really tried, but some things just won't stand upright, even on the flattest surfaces. Threw my arms up in the air and frustration went home. By your hand, the plate fell apart. Will you ever get to see how it goes? Yes, hold on, let's rewind. Really? You didn't like that I placed it? Feel my bones. Put these somewhere where everyone can see them. Nobody wanted these, but I placed them as he asked. Well, it wasn't placed. Down where you hung them. Arranged? Okay, that one I kind of call shenanigans on, but so be it. Is there anything I can do to help these sell? I took some paper and a pen and made a huge sign that would grab the customer's attention. It read, "Don't miss out on this perfect product." That was probably the best sign ever created by a cat. I'll probably blanket over the new products. Well, I want to say placed it. But let's take a look at the rest here. Could you have hung it over new products? Maybe, if you did that. It's either... I mean, I want to say placed. At the same time... Depending on how you did it, how you did the sign, it makes sense you kind of like hang it over them. I'm gonna go hung on this one. Okay, damn it. Yeah, okay. I don't hear any mopping going on. Oh, wow, hot diggity. That side looks great. Great work. Now take all the stuff into the back room. Before I could ask for a break, the boss was off chasing his own tail again. I blink our surplus inventory into the storeroom. Could be moved. I think it's moved, actually. It's either moved or placed. I placed our surplus inventory into the storeroom. I think moved actually sounds better. Okay, good. What are all these empty boxes doing here? Who was jumping in and out of all these? I caught the boss playing in the empty boxes, but I had to act like I didn't know that. Oh, sorry, boss. I must have missed them all up earlier. I'll clean up everything. Don't worry. I blink each box so I can fit them into a recycling bin. Oh, you probably do the same thing that I do. Didn't we have a flat? Yeah, here it is, flattened. Because that's something that I got into the habit of doing for years and years and years. Is like I break down any box, like shipping or whatever I get if I order anything online. It's just to make things a lot easier. Meow! I pulled a staple. Oh, that was stuck in one of the boxes out of my finger. It was a little more than a cat scratch, but it still smarted. I blinked the cut clean. Did you clean it? Did you rinse the cut clean? You could have licked it. Licked it clean. I mean, animals do happen to lick their wounds. Maybe that would be it. Okay. I feel bad. I thought we had a first aid kit around here somewhere. I applied some antiseptic to a cut. Meouch! Woo, that stung. Once the pain died down, I blinked my finger with a bandage. I think we had one that said... wrapped. Here we are. Feel better. Oh no, are you alright? Oh, it's just a scratch. I still have all 9 lives left. Oh, that's a relief. I want to make sure my employees are safe and healthy. Now go open the store. It's already 2 minutes past. So I blinked the signboard on the pavement outside the shop. You blinked it. I blinked the signboard on the pavement outside the shop. Well, the only thing that makes sense, I guess, would be placed. All right. By the end of the day, the new goods are sold out. We watched them fly off the shelves all day. From that day onward, our customers flocked to our shop in packs and we became the talk of the town. It put the boss in such a good mood that he even swept the store. Well, once. Yay! That was an interesting one. So one more left to go. And how many letters do we have so far? 20 out of 24. Wow. Didn't even realize we had them all, or almost all of them already. All right. Let's now get out of the market. We did everything that we could here for the time being. And we are... There's Bucky again, but we're actually going to go back down to the very first area of the game here, or at least in Misthallery. Look at that car! Professor, are you sure we should just leave your automobile there? I do not see how we can get it into town. I think it'll be fine. That's your car? It's so small and beat up. It just looks unsafe. Well, it's definitely safe. But you think it looks beat up? Luke, someone your age couldn't understand the charm of the Layton mobile. The Layton mobile, eh? You need to take a ride in it to understand, Luke. Professor, let's take Luke for a ride later. Yes, of course, that would be fun. That does not look beat up, Luke. You shut up. It looks pristine, actually, compared... It looks a little bit more vibrant compared to the original trilogy. Anyway, we want to take a look inside a wooden box here. Because there's a collection item. A sticky spoon. That's kind of disgusting. But okay. Now, speaking of the car, let's go back to Misthallery University. Because now, look, we have everybody with us still. It's Layton, Emmy, and Luke. And we come back here. We can talk to Dean for another puzzle. Layton, my boy, I hear you're involved in quite the investigation. Do tell! I'm checking on the location of the Golden Garden in Misthallery, as a recent theory supposes. Yes, Misthallery. I don't know if you heard, but a recent theory supposes a Golden Garden is there. Yes, sir, that is what I hear. I will get you a full report to you soon. Good. Get me a full report soon as well. Dear God. By the way, Layton, I could use some help. You know, funny enough, I know a lot of people that are like that, but you just kind of let it be. The other day, while I was speaking with a group of professors, a problem came up I couldn't solve. If this goes on much longer, I feel the faculty shall lose respect for me. And a man in my position can't risk that. Do you understand, Layton? Oh, indeed, Dean Dalmona. So you'll help me? I'll do my best, sir. Stick and move. A man is moving a water jug using a round stick and a long plank. If the oh, here we go, more math. If the circumference of the stick... Wait, of the stick? Is 20 centimeters. Okay. How far ahead in centimeters would the water jug be after one complete turn of the stick? This is assuming that the plank, stick, and jug do not slip out of place or get stuck. I'm a little bit confused in terms of what you're saying that the circumference of the stick is. I thought circumference only pertained to... I thought it only pertained to an actual circle. So I'm a little bit confused here. And he's moving that jug, a round stick. It's a... Sorry, I read that again. A round stick and a long plank. In my head, I hear stick, I just think long, narrow thing. Round stick. Okay. I think it would be better if we called it like a log, but you know, whatever. So, that round stick is 20 centimeters. Okay. How far ahead in centimeters would the water jug be after one complete turn of the stick? Well, I guess just by looking at it kind of... just by face value, you'd imagine it's at least 20 centimeters. But now what I'm wondering is it 20 or does it actually go forward quite a bit more than that? The circumference is 20. And if I'm not mistaken, circumference is like literally the whole... Get the memo out really quick. It's like literally this whole measurement across the thing. Across the circle, right? I always get mixed up with that and like diameter, like if I do this. Like, this is circumference, and I think diameter is where it's simply just half of it. I think, Like I said, geometry, it's been a very long time since I've taken it, and I've forgotten a lot. Now, here's what I'm getting a little iffy on. If it is... If that's 20, and a full turn of the stick, meaning it goes one way that, and then whoop like that, wouldn't that technically be 20 times 2? I don't know if I'm thinking about it right, but it's like you're turning it, but you're still getting a whole like circumference of, of 20 centimeters with a half a turn. So that's why I'm looking at it at face value like that. So I'm gonna go with that. I have no idea if I'm thinking about it right, but it seems somewhat simple enough.
Some puzzles must be met directly.
Okay.
No puzzle is without an answer.
You're on a roll. When a stick rolls around, it moves forward 20 centimeters. Its plank also moves 20 centimeters as it's pushed. Oh. Add together, a jug moves 40 centimeters. Oh, I totally forgot the damn plank. I was kind of thinking about it in terms of like a half turn, but okay. All right. See, like I said, there's going to be moments where I'm going to get the answer, but definitely not the right thought process. But sometimes that's how puzzles may work here and there. I hope I've been of some help. One more thing, Layton. Yes, sir. Please keep this a secret if the other professors discover that you helped me. I understand, Dean Delmona. Your secret is safe with me. Well, that's a relief. Now find that golden guard and get to writing me a thorough paper on it. Alright, buddy. Let's go back to our office, though. I'm sure Rose will be happy to see us.
What's this? Back again?
Not quite. I just need to check a couple of items.
Well, take it easy, Professor. Oh, and by the way, I found this while I was cleaning. Do you need it?
Rosa, that's it! You were looking for a puzzle? The Block Ostrich. That sounds like an enemy from the Mega Man X series. Wasn't there an ostrich, though? Wasn't there like an X2? I think. I can't remember his damn... Nor is it... I don't know anymore. Rearrange the pieces making up the shape of Layton's hat into the shape of an ostrich. You can move, flip, or rotate the pieces in any direction. Well, this is going to be fun. Well, I think the only thing that's going to work regarding the head is this. Now, something that will give me long enough to go... Well, that's not going to be it. I could do something like... No, I can't. Oh, but maybe... Get out of here. Can I do this? No. Can I do this? No. Has to be 4 pieces. Oh, hey, that worked. It actually works the bottom piece into this. Now, how do I do this? Should be easy enough. There we go. Oh, that wasn't that bad.
A challenging puzzle, to be sure. A gentleman leaves no puzzle undone.
Correct. Squawk! That ostrich looks like it's ready to set off running, doesn't it? No. But whatever.
But I took a second look at it. Is this some sort of puzzle?
One of my students gave that to me. Thank you, Rosa.
You're very welcome, Professor.
Actually, Rosa, can you put this away here? That way I'm sure not to lose it again. No, he's gonna keep losing it, knowing him. Alright, so we're actually done here at the university. Let's head back to... we're not gonna go back to Misthallery. We're going to Scotland Yard this time around. And this time, we are gonna talk to... Oh, they're not... Holy crap, look at all this happened here. We're gonna go upstairs. And we're gonna talk with her. Well, what records do you need dug up today, good sir? We were just passing through, actually, but thank you. Professor, do you have a moment? I've come across a puzzle that's been making the rounds. I would love to be the first one to come up with a solution. Alright. Silver marbles. To solve the... Oh, we've been a long time since we've seen this. To solve this puzzle, you need to remove all but one of the silver marbles below. You can jump a marble horizontally or vertically over an adjacent marble and into an empty space to remove the jumped over marble from the board. Also, you can move or jump over any marble except those marked with an X. Okay, so we've had a good number of these. Oh shoot, was it Diabolical Box that had all these? But so yep, move marbles and jumping over adjacent marbles either vertically or horizontally. You can touch a marble. Your possible moves will be highlighted in pink. If you jump over a marble, it'll disappear. There are some marbles that can't be jumped over, moved or jumped. Okay, so for example, we can't do anything with the bottom. And actually, this is a little bit different because it won't let you move any of the ones that are by themselves, like the top or even this bottom one. But see, we grab something like this, it's like, now it tells us which way we can go. So let's just kind of mess around here. Oh, that was dumb. And look, actually, there's a go back button too. That's kind of nice. It's kind of close. Keyword being kinda. Well, hopefully this won't be too bad, although I have a feeling we still want something that's going to end up there in the middle. And I don't want to forego that. Damn it. What am I doing wrong here? Like, this does seem a little bit more convoluted simply because there's marbles that I cannot move. And that's throwing me off like crazy. How do I want to bring it back? What about? I'm just worried about the one in the middle. But if I do this, I can bring this one down. Like, I do like where this is going so far, but I still gotta keep in mind what else to do here. This is where I just wanna think how I want to handle this. Like, I don't think that's gonna work. Or that, so maybe this. Now, if I bring that over here, though, or do I want it to jump on the top? No, see, because I move this here, then how the hell am I going to get back? I can do this. There you go.
Some puzzles must be met directly.
It wasn't terrible.
No puzzle is
but
without
still
an answer.
took me a little more time compared to how it was in Diabolical Box, simply because, once again, I can't move some of them. Perhaps the most satisfying way to solve this puzzle is to leave the final marble in the very center. Did you manage it? Well, is that the only way you can solve those, or are there other ways? Because at least the ones I'm familiar with and the ones we all did in Diabolical Box, it was always the one ending up in the middle. You, Professor, do not disappoint. You're head and shoulders above our police force. Oh, it was nothing.
And so modest. I suppose he just can't help being a gentleman.
I do what I can. Alright, so that's all we can do in Scotland Yard. Well, in the actual building. We could still investigate a little bit of London by going here to the left, where we can talk to Augustus.
Well, hello again. Business is blossoming, I trust.
Oh yes, things are going well, thank you.
You've been a busy little bee by the looks of it. And what could be better for a busy bee than some flowers? Take a whiff of this divine fragrance.
Oh, that smells lovely.
A lovely garden is the path to happiness, I say. And apparently here's a puzzle for you. 16 tulips. You planted 16 magic tulips, bulbs, in this 4x4 flower bed. Watering a space will cause all the magic buds, bulbs in the same row and column to sprout if they are below ground, or recede if they're above. Can you figure out how to fill the entire flower bed with tulips? I'm just messing around a little bit until I get this. Kind of just want to get rid of majority of them. The fact that it's all of them is what's hurting my head a little bit. Like all the row and all the columns. I should probably stop clicking like a madman, but... Damn, I keep only getting like 2 left over. This shouldn't be too hard, yet... Ow, damn, toe cramp. What is the best way to go about this? There we go.
I'll handle this one, Professor.
Ooh. Brute force a little bit all the way.
That puzzle was no problem.
I only needed 6 moves, apparently. Watering the flower bed as shown above, a fill of tulips. Although now that your garden's full, you'll have to work out how you're going to water all the flowers for the rest of the summer.
I wish I could make flowers bloom all across London.
London covered in flowers. Somehow I can't imagine it. I think that'd be kind of nice. Alright. I want to see... I don't know how much more there is, because this video's becoming kind of longish. And we haven't even gone at all to the police station. We haven't done the thing to, you know, related to the chapter itself. So I kind of find that a little funny. There was a lot of puzzles today. Like, what the fudge? All right, how about this? Yeah, it looks like we still have a little while to go until the other chapter. So, let's go ahead and call the video for today, and hopefully next time we can actually make the progress that we need, so we can meet up with the police chief and simply take things from there. So, as usual, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time for Let's Play Professor Layton and the Last Specter. Love you all so much, and don't forget to spread that love around. Have a great day, everybody.